Hello, and welcome to my Colourpop and Powerpuff Girls haul. So even though I tend to keep the makeup and TV show review elements of my channel mostly separate, I figure because I did that full reading of the Powerpuff Girls CW script, that people might be interested in my review of the Colourpop Powerpuff Girls collection. And luckily, I was also interested in buying it. Like a lot of the Colourpop collections I've purchased, I didn't purchase the full collection, but I did buy the eyeshadow palette, the gloss kit, one of the blushes, and the color sticks. And while this is going to be a first impressions haul for most of the items that I purchased, I will say I have already tried the color sticks. I actually purchased this a while ago compared to when I'm filming it now, but I just haven't had time to film. The collection arrived to me while I was away on vacation, and also I've been working a lot of hours at my job, so I just haven't found the time to sit down and try this out. But now I am finally getting to it, so let's jump in, starting with the eyeshadow palette. Now, I love the outer packaging of this guy. I do kind of wish, though, they had used the designs from the original cartoon as opposed to the remake. The difference in the style is so slight, especially in the images they did use. So I think some people don't even notice that this is the remake design and not the original. The original design, the lines are a lot harsher. Everything's a little bit more sharp and blocky, whereas in the remake design, everything is very soft and round. It's a small nitpick, but I figure I'd still point it out anyway. So let's crack this open. Ooh. Get out the sheet. Ta-da! I have actually never watched the Powerpuff Girls cartoon remake, so I have no idea who this unicorn character is right here, but I know who the Powerpuff Girls are. But let's get into swatching. So this first shade, I can't tell if it's a glitter or it's one of Colourpop's more chunky metallics. It's called The City of Townsville. Well, it's really just called Townsville. The City of Townsville. If you watched my live reading of, not live reading, but it honestly was kind of a live reading. I just cut it down into video form. Ooh, yeah, this is a glitter. It's like got shimmer in it, but it's basically a glitter, especially when you like feel the texture. You don't feel the shimmer as much as you feel the glitter particles, if that makes sense. Yep, the next shade is called Professor Utonium. Again, going back to my reading of the CW script, he was not called Professor Utonium very often in that script. He was called Drake, which was also the name of my old manager, so that was weird. Ooh, I can't decide if the shimmer is iridescent or not. It's like kind of riding that line between peach and pink, and it kind of goes back and forth between the two. I don't know how well it's really playing on camera, but okay, so the third shade is called The Mayor. Mayor of Townsville. Ooh, this might be kind of close to my skin tone. Oh, you can just kind of see it on camera. Professor Utonium and the Mayor in the pans actually look more similar in the pans compared to how they look swatched. So the last shade of the first row is called Crime Fighting. I do like the little indents they've made in some of the pans, like this heart right here, the flower, and then the star. I think it's a really nice touch. So this is gonna be a very probably basic tan matte. Seems to kind of be an auto include when it comes to a lot of these Colourpop palettes, yeah. Alrighty, the next shade, in the first shade in the second row, is called Pokey Oaks. Funny they call one of the shade Pokey Oaks, because if memory serves, like I said, I still haven't seen the remake, but aren't they in middle school in the remake? Unless their middle school is also just called Pokey Oaks. Knowing the direction they went in with the remake, that wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. So yeah, here it is. It's very nice. Went on very smooth, but it's actually quite light compared to what the actual pan looks like. The next shade is called Frenemy. This is honestly the shade that really drew me into the palette because it's like kind of that, it's not quite rose gold, it's a little bit of more of a salmon pink, but it's still kind of in that family, if you know what I mean. I love shades like this. because it's like just close enough to my skin tone to still kind of be natural, but it gives kind of like a oomph. Okay, the next shade is this green shimmer called Chemical X. Just a little bit patchy right in the middle, but yeah, as soon as I blend that, actually, that kind of made it blend away. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I'll try that one, see how it does on the eyes, because swatching didn't do too good. Oop! Got a little bit of frenemy on my cheek. Oh well. Next is, I think, the other glitter in this palette. This one is called Super Friends. Ooh! Oh, that's really fun! Okay, so the, like, shimmer base is purple, but the actual glitter is blue. But when you just look in the pan, you only see the blue. So the purple is kind of a surprise for me. Oh, you can't really see it on camera though. That sucks. But yeah, take my word for it. It's like a purple base with blue glitter on top. It's fun. Alrighty, so the first shade of the last row is called Girls Rock. This is the other kind of red shade. Funny they included the kind of salmon gold shimmer and not like just like a red shimmer. I think I would have preferred that over the salmon. As much as I do like shades like this, I think for the palette to kind of be more cohesive, I would have preferred like a more true red shimmer. But yeah, this is nice. Alrighty, second to last shade is called the Fashionistas. Is that a reference to something in the original show, or is that from the remake? I honestly don't remember. Like, I watched the original show. Oh, it went on very well, though. I watched the original show quite a bit as a kid, but my memory of, like, the specifics of the show is a little fuzzy. Like, Powerpuff Girls ran for quite some time, so there's a lot of episodes, and, like, obviously I remember, like, the really iconic ones. But once you start, like, asking me about some of the more obscure episodes, I'm kind of like, I don't remember. And I don't want this to be, like, a Winx Club thing where I overestimate my knowledge of cartoons I watched as a child. So now that I've wiped off my hands, there's still glitter everywhere, but what do you expect? Swatch the last two shades, starting with the green matte called Silico. Again, not a reference I remember, at least from the original show. Yeah, both these greens are not swatching the greatest, so I might actually end up playing with the greens just to see how they do on the eyes. Last shade's Rowdy Rough Boys. Now that's a reference I understand, or at least that I remember. Swatched alright, especially for a blue. Okay, I've just applied some Urban Decay Primer Potion, and now I think I'm gonna go into Silico first. I need to find a clean brush. I have had no time to clean any of my brushes, so I'm like running low. I think this is okay. I feel bad that I'm already kind of starting to destroy the star imprint in this guy. Not by much, but you know, eventually I'll like wear it down as I use it. It's something I think about a lot in makeup, because makeup is technically perishable. We really only have like a certain window to enjoy makeup before we either run out of it or before it goes bad. I don't know, it's just something I think about a lot for some reason. So now I'm gonna go in with the Shimmer Chemical X. Okay, that is very pretty. Ooh, yeah. I really like that. I think I'm gonna do Frenemy in the inner corner. Then maybe do some blue on the lower lid. So for that blue, I'm gonna go in actually with the glitter Super Friends. Maybe I should go in with like glitter glue before I do this, but oh well. I don't think a brush is gonna cut it here. I can never get anything right by my lash line. I don't know why. It always kind of like hangs weirdly just below. I'm trying to like do like Euphoria glitter tears, but I think I'm like failing miserably. Oh well. Nah. Okay, so I kind of hate this look. I was trying to do like the green, blue, and red for all three of the Powerpuff Girls. I think maybe if I had gone in with a different inner corner or I'd started with a different color up top, it would have turned out better, but yeah, I'm not liking this. The shadows themselves, though, are working quite well. The glitter is very vibrant. And the inner corner, like, I thought it would be showing more of a red, but it's actually really only showing the gold once it's on my eyes. But, you know, you can't win them all, so I am just gonna go in with some mascara and then move on and try the other stuff. And so next we have the color sticks, and now I'm actually kind of happy that I've already tried these, because I feel like if I tried to apply one of the color sticks on top of this look, I would just make it worse. But I am going to swatch them all for you. So this first one is called Him. So the formula of these is quite soft. It's luckily not as soft as the Colourpop cream gel liners. If you watched my channel when I had the one in Juniper, you'll know my issue with that formula was in that they would just break on me constantly, and I eventually had to put it in my empties because it had broken so much that I had run out of product in like 4 months. So yeah, this one's Him. It's not like a true red, it's kind of like a magenta with like a slight salmon tone. The reds in here, it's like, yeah, it's like kind of like not true red. It's either kind of this magenta or a kind of a salmon leaning red, which I guess is nice. I have to be careful with red eyeshadow that leans kind of like this, because this makes me look like I have pink eye, but that's a specific term for concern for my skin tone. So then this one is Mojo Jojo. Ooh! I haven't tried this particular one. I've mainly worn the Princess Morbucks one, but this is my first time swatching this guy. You know what? I'm gonna try to put this where I'd put eyeliner. There we go. What the hell, right? It's more of a vibrant green compared to the shadows in the palette. And yeah, swatch, these look really nice. Now for the one I've already been trying, Princess Morbucks. I wouldn't say she's my favorite villain, but she's the one I like to hate the most. Favorite villain has to be that one collector guy from the one episode. Like I said, unless it's like a super duper iconic episode, which to be fair, that episode's kind of pretty up there. But like, I remember that villain, but I can't remember the specifics of the episode. But yeah, here's Princess Morbucks swatched. It's so fun to wear by itself. I love wearing this just on its own. Like I said, you do have to be on the gentler side with the color sticks because the formula is so soft. I've never had them break on me per se, but like if I go in too hard, like bits off the side will kind of crumble. And so that is definitely something to be aware of when you're using them. Okay, moving on to the blush. I got the blush called Saving the World because I'm a sucker for peach tone blushes. I swear this is probably going to be almost identical to the Flower Tender blush from the Animal Crossing collection, but it's got Powerpuff Girls. So it's different. It's different. So yeah. Here it is. Ta-da! So actually, for a side-by-side comparison, Saving the World is actually more peachy than Flower Tender. I'm gonna swatch Save the World for you guys. Ta-da! And then Flower Tender. Ta-da! So yeah, Saving the World is more of a peach, whereas Flower Tender is more of a pink. You actually almost can't even see Flower Tender swatched on my arm. It might be because I am still tan from my vacation, because Flower Tender, when actually applied on my cheeks with the brush, is fairly intense, and I do have to be careful about how much product I put on because it can get to be kind of too much too quickly. But with that said, let's try Saving the World on my cheeks. Whoa! So yeah, this is probably gonna be like the Flower Tender formula where a little bit goes a long way. So looking at the blush, by itself, I like it. I just don't think with how intense my eye look is right now, it would have been the blush color I would have chosen for this kind of look. Honestly, probably would have gone with something more like Flower Tender for something this intense. Also, now that I'm tan for the first time in like almost a decade, the flushed blush look all across the face is making me look like I'm sunburnt. But on to the last item, the gloss set. Now I think these glosses aren't actually pigmented in any way, they just have different scents to them and they're all just clear glosses. So I'm gonna just kind of give a whiff of them all, but I'm really only gonna go into one because if they're all just clear gloss, I'd really probably only want to use up one at a time. So I'm not sure what the scents of all of these are supposed to be, but this one just kind of smelled like artificial kind of like gloss set from the 2000s. I think that honestly is what they were probably going for. But yeah, this is supposed to be blue raspberry. Yeah, it's kind of like that artificial, kind of almost like that lip smackers smell. If you grew up with lip smackers, I don't know if I'm dating myself there with that. The red one is supposed to be watermelon. Ooh, I like that one a lot more. That smells like Truly Beauty unicorn body polish, which if you haven't tried it, highly recommend, and I do have a code with them down below. But if I had to give another frame of reference to what lip smackers. Definitely. Specifically, Lip Smackers had a jelly bean lip balm. That's what this smells like. Okay, and now's the Buttercup one. This is supposed to be green apple. Ooh, this one actually smells like green apple. It smells like green apple, like candy or bubble gum. I think I'm gonna... should I use up the one I like the most first or the one I like the least first? You know what? I'm gonna go in with the Bubbles one, the blue raspberry. Just cause, ooh yeah, it almost kind of smells like nail polish a little bit, but... Okay, now that I'm actually like rolling out the gloss on my lips, I'm getting more of the blue raspberry scent. It's still very artificial though. I don't have anything else on my lips other than Truly Beauty lip balm. Ooh, I feel like, honestly, this eye makeup look looks like something I would have done in like elementary school if I was allowed to have access to makeup back then. So honestly, this and then like the roller gloss, it's very fitting for like aging 20-something tries to like dress up like a kindergartner. So that was my video on the Colourpop Powerpuff Girls haul. I am feeling a little mixed about everything right now. The palette, like I said, I like the packaging, but out of all of the collab palettes from Colourpop I've bought so far, I like the color story of this the least. I feel like in an attempt to like be kind of true to the colors of the Powerpuff Girls, they sacrificed some of the cohesion of the palette. Like, I wish they had just either gone either like all kind of neutral like this top row here, or all colorful like an assortment of the bottom row and some of the top row, whereas I feel like they tried to do the half neutral half colorful thing, but it's not cohesive. The shadows themselves did perform well. I would say skip it if you don't like glitter, because there are 2 glitter shades in here. And it'd be one thing if this were like a massive palette and there were only 2 glitter shades, but this is 2 glitter shades and a 12 pan, so that's kind of pretty significant. And I'm saying this as somebody who likes glitter, since the Colourpop community is so vocal about not wanting glitter in their palettes. I really think Colourpop should take that into consideration, even if it means sacrificing the people who like glitter like me. Because I honestly think people like me are in the minority compared to people who would prefer not to have glitter in their palette. I don't think glitter is as popular in America as it is in Asia, where, you know, we like to do like the very soft eye look with glitter on top. But everything else I generally liked. I think I'm still gonna have to try the gloss a little bit more. I don't think I can form a full opinion on it just like trying it once. And to be fair, it is also just clear gloss, so it's not like I'm testing like the pigment or the staying power in the same way I would if this were a pigmented gloss. I think the main draw of these is definitely the nostalgia quality. I would not be surprised if I had a Powerpuff Girls roller gloss sometime in the past. And honestly, I think the thing I liked most in this haul was the blush. Like I said, this wouldn't be a color that I would pick to go with an eye look like this, but this is a color I wear a lot, and it's nice that a little bit goes a long way, so I'm not like constantly digging back in to the pan. I can kind of just put a little bit on, blend it out like I did earlier, and just kind of go. Oh wait, and the color sticks. Like I said, I've already been using Princess Morbucks a lot just on its own as an eyeliner. I have only used him once or twice, but on top of like reddish or even like gold eyeshadows, or just as like a little accent eyeliner, it's fun. And then Mojo Jojo, which I'm wearing for the first time today, I like it. I think it would be fun to do like a dark green eyeshadow and then throw Mojo Jojo on top. Like maybe I would do like a deep forest green, or even like my Cleona Multichrome in Patina. But yes, that was it. Let me know, what did you think? Did you watch the Powerpuff Girls growing up? Did you watch the remake? Did you pick anything up from this collection? Let me know. And until then, I will see you next time.